visual learners and how like generalization is really hard for them to grasp. The apps that you guys have made, it's each one, which helps them like learn the concept and then like learn how to type a sentence, but then be able to type it in any context, so whether it's colors or shapes or nouns. And I think especially with these kids, it helps them grasp an understanding of it to like its fullest before getting confused as to like what exactly we're asking them to do, since it is very clear and simple. With typing, they have so many options of how to learn to type and learn those vocab words. Teaching without technology is just a lot more work, not only for the teachers but also for the kids to know like what's going on, because there's like all these pieces of paper and all of these things and keyboards and backspaces and all of the things that are added, whereas the app kind of takes away all of the distractions and focuses on the sentence and the task at hand or the word. And I think that's really cool to allow the kids to hone in on the important part instead of getting distracted by all of the little things. Verbs. A lot of kids tend to like the verbs. I don't know if it's because the pictures are like detailed and very different. But that's,
I know it took me a whole year to clean them up.
Yeah. With handwriting, they're focusing on like forming the letters and they're not focusing on the word or the sentence. They're just like trying to figure out how to make it legible for us, and that's not important. We don't really care how, like if you look at Eitan's writing and his math, no one can read it unless you've been studying it, and he can still do those problems whether you can read it or not. So I think focusing on writing and handwriting and making things pretty is not important, and that the computer does a great job at that, and that's why it's a great tool to have.
Yeah, I always tell the teachers that our kids think faster than they can write. That's why the handwriting is horrendous.
Yeah. I've seen so many like different changes, and each of them is very different. Every kid is different, and it's incredible to see like the patience that you and the other teachers and the parents have for these kids, and how it really takes a lot of heart to just fully understand them and help them get through and learn the little things to help them communicate to us. Patience in that every day is a different day, and like maybe one thing happened one day but the next day is completely new, and to start like with a clean slate. And I think it's just always hard at the beginning when you're like in a new environment to just like understand everything and believe everything that you hear, and that's why I would say like to parents to listen to you, because those kinds of things are ones where at first I'd be like, can it really make that big of a difference? And then but it does once you see it and once you understand it. Every kid is different, and that just because they can't speak doesn't mean that they can't learn. And just because they can't pass the tests that they give them at schools doesn't mean that they have no ability to go forward, because I've seen from new students that they have so much more potential than they're given, and it just takes patience and time, but these kids definitely have the ability to learn a lot and stimulate their brain and learn how to communicate to their parents what they need, or to anyone. It's incredible, like the changes that they have, not only in like their academics but also in like their happiness and their ability to interact with other people.